everybody. I'm almost ready. We'll wait just a minute while we get more people signing on here. Let me turn on another light. Okay. Hi, Carol. How's it going? Hey, Peggy. Hi, Dawn. Enchanting Breeze. Hi. I love all these names. Sweet Pea. Hi, Pat. Hi, Patsy. Tammy. Oh, hi, Tammy. All right. So my goal is to do a live every week. And this week I have a H2O to go sling to sew up for a custom order. Hi guys, yay! Deborah, Kim, Evelyn, CSU and drop. I don't know your first name. So I don't know how far I'll get. I have bags under my eyes. Do you see that? Woo! I should have put a little bit of makeup on before this. It's been a long day. Colleen. Oh, hi, Colleen. Okay. Christine, hi. So I don't know if I'll get through all of this H2O sling in this video. I think I should make it through most of it. Hi, Patricia. Yay. So I don't know who's all made it before, but it is such a fun bag to make. Let me get an example real quick. Sorry, I should have had this one before I started. Okay, so here's what we're making. Hi, Terry. Barbara, hi. Patty, Dalva, yay, okay. So this is what we're gonna make. It's super cute. It's to hold big old water bottles, right? And in the front here, it's got card slots and a slip pocket. These have been all over, if you've been like on Facebook and you know, Instagram and all the bag sites, they've been everywhere. Everybody's making them, everybody's ordering them. Very popular item. It's a pretty easy make, except for this round bottom. Holy cow. I really have bags under my eyes. I think I need some sleep, guys. Okay, you won't be staring at my face though most of the time. So that bottom part is the only thing that's pretty frustrating on this bag. And I have figured out two things. I broke nails too. Sorry if my nails bother you. I need to go get them redone. Oh, thank you guys. Lisa, Deborah, you're sweet. I do trim off on my bottom piece. I trim off this tiny, tiny little bit on my round circle. I feel like it helps it fit in there better. I feel like it's just a little too big. And when I cut off just a tiny bit off the bottom, it helps ease in there a little bit more. My second tip is stapling. Staple, staple, staple that bottom, because that will really, really, really help. But be sure when you staple, you pull out those staples when you're done, and you don't do it in your seam allowance. You got to do it right outside your seam allowance. So I'm going to show you all that. Okay, so thank you guys. You're too sweet. All right, so let's situate this camera angle here. Hi from Belgium. How are you? This is how I've been doing it for my lives. Hopefully that works for you guys. So let's get started. Guys, ask me questions as I go along the way. I will try and look over and answer. So I started out with my front zipper. You measure it to 14 inches of your zipper tape, okay? Just your zipper tape is 14 inches. And then you add your zipper tabs. Another little tip that I do is after I sew my zipper tabs on, I connect them together. It kind of helps with clipping them because you're sewing it all together as one on these pieces. So it kind of helps with that as well. So I do sew my zipper tabs together. Hi from Brazil. Hi, Val. Hi, Gloria. Oh, you're sweet. Thank you so much. All right, so when you're done with adding your zipper tabs, it should be 19 3/4, which mine's just a little bit long, and that's okay because I can trim it up. Hi, Carissa. Yay. All right, so I am going to go ahead and take my zipper and I'm gonna snip my my center on my zipper, just really, really tiny. The tiniest little snip. Oh, and look at these cute little scissors. Do you see these? I just ordered a bunch to sell on my website. And I seriously, they are so sharp and great for all these little snips and threads. Kind of love it. Oh, you haven't made this yet? The Wandering Wife, what's your first name? I know who you are. Is it Wendy? Hi, Jaded. Okay, so anyways, after you snip your centers there, you're gonna wanna get your front piece and snip your center here. And I already put my nameplate on. Cindy, I knew it was something. Wendy, Cindy, I was so close. Hi, Cindy. Okay, so you wanna make sure that you're gonna put this zipper on. You want it to zip from left to right, okay? So I'm going to stick it on like this, and I'm going to flip it. And I'm gonna start with that center clip right there. Close, I was close, Cindy, sorry. I knew, I have so many people throwing different names at me. Oh, and I'm such a horrible memorizer of people's names. It's hard for me. Hi, Elaine. Oh, you're making this tomorrow, so glad. Perfect timing. All right, and then you're gonna take it and clip the bottom here. And then I'm gonna go over here and I'm going to clip the other bottom here. Yeah, I have a hard time memorizing these names and Facebook names. Jaded, where did I get my pegboard from? It's an IKEA one. I ordered it off of the website because the actual IKEA stores are seriously out of everything. So, but I absolutely love it. It's so perfect for, sorry, it's a little off. I need to go up a little bit on my tab here. Oh, thank you, Leslie. I'm just trying to tell you guys what I've learned. I think I've made 4 of these so far. So I'm not a professional, but I've made a couple. Oh yeah, I bet Lowe's has some cute pegboards too. I just liked all the little extra little colorful things that go with it. Hi, Chris. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Hi, Kathy. All right, and you just kind of have to work your zipper in there. I don't know if you can see. Okay. It's not going to be too wrinkled, and you're going to be basting that. So go ahead and do the other side up to the center. Like I said, I don't know if I'll be able to finish all of this in a live, but I sure will try, guys. I'll try my hardest. I tend to go slower because I talk. Carol, you started stapling too. It's seriously, there are some bags where you just have to staple. Hi, Sandy. Thank you. Hi, CYN for rest. Is your name Cindy too? Cynthia. Delva, how many projects do you do in a day? Oof. It depends on my day. I got 2 Camille bags done today, and I started on a tester, and now I'm doing this, but I struggled on those Camille bags. Okay, so we are just going to take this, now that it's all clipped, and we are just gonna baste it, okay? And I am going to keep the directions up so I am not telling you guys the wrong thing. Okay, so we just need to take our time sewing around it. Can you make tiny clips? Make tiny clips. I zipper tape to ease. I would not do tiny clips along my zipper tape, Michelle. Your zipper tape might fray and fall apart. I mean, I barely put tiny little center clips in it. I would not clip my zipper to ease it in. No, don't do that. Sin for short. Okay, all right, got it. Can you guys see this? I'm gonna move this just a little bit to get you closer in here. There we go. Hi, Caitlin. Hi, Heidi. I get my zipper tape mostly from My Handmade Space. I really like their variety that they have. And then Lauren Mormino has rounds of zipper tape if you can get it. Hers goes super, super fast, though, out of stock. So, oh, that's better? Okay, good. Let me know if you guys need to get in and see a little bit more. I can resituate if I have to. I kind of hold it up and bend it a little bit so it's not at a weird angle, and it helps around that curve. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Yvonne. Who is my favorite pattern maker? Oh, gosh. I'm not going to say who's my favorite because there's like 2 of them on here in my life. I would say I have quite a few favorites. Okay, so that, see how it's pretty smooth? I don't have any wrinkles in that, okay? So put that aside. And you want to get your slip. Sorry if I miss any comments. If I do, just say it again. It's 10 o'clock here. Sorry, I'm going back to see if I missed anybody. Okay. Carissa, you like that? Oh, thank you, Sharon. Okay, so the designer, Lindsay, did release a little thing about the bulk on the front pocket and the seam on the bottom. And she put how you can kind of lessen that bulk. And one of the things is, I didn't watch it fully, but I know it's by leaving the slip pocket out of your seam. So what I did, instead of leaving it raw and putting it all the way down to the bottom, that gets sewn into my bottom circle and it makes it a little thicker and harder to do. So what I did was I put my right sides together, I sewed a seam, and then I turned it out. And then I'm not going to have a raw edge on the bottom because I'm going to move it up just a little bit so it's not in my seam allowance for sewing it on the bottom. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm going to put it a 1/2 inch up. Yvonne, Dalva, you want the rainbow scissors? I ordered 50 rainbow scissors. I ordered 200 scissors total, so I think there will be enough. I sure hope so. Yvonne, which pattern have I made numerous times? I've made almost all of them numerous times. Okay, so I put it a 1/2 inch up here. And so I'm going to sew on my slip pocket just like that. So when I sew it to my bottom, it's out of my seam allowance. Chris, no, I'm not a teacher, but I am a mom. And I think that maybe helps. I'm a mom of 5 kids. So I have a little bit of practice explaining things, I guess. Don't say what, Peggy. Okay. All right, Sharon, am I selling zippers? No, I am not. I do not sell zippers yet. The other idea I had for reducing the bulk on this was just doing just one piece of waterproof canvas, because you don't have to double that over like you do other material, and that might lessen your bulk too. But okay, so there we go. I kept it out there. Okay, so now we're gonna clip our center on this on both ends. These scissors I will have on my website soon, hopefully within the next week or two. Chris is on there. I've seen her. This is just a light cotton canvas, and I'm pretty sure I got it from Hobby Lobby forever ago. Okay, so you want to take this, and we are going to put it on top of the thing we just sewed, okay? And we're just going to start clipping around, and this part is kind of tricky as well, because you have these curves with the zipper, and you're kind of folding the zipper in there. So when you're sewing, you want to make sure that you're not sewing over any wrinkles in the zipper tape. All right. Are they sharp all the way to the point? Yes, they are. Like, these are super sharp. Can you see them? I really like them. They make great little clips. I've been using them to make sure that I love them enough to sell them. I usually try to test out anything that I'm going to be selling on my site. Yes, Dalva, normally that pocket goes all the way down to the bottom here, and I didn't do that. I haven't tried it this way before, but I just saw her do this, and I thought, oh, that would help with the bottom piece. So we're trying it. Okay. How much will they cost? I'm not quite sure yet, Cindy. I am not quite sure. See this zipper tape? It doesn't want to lay flat there. It's being a poop. There we go. Just got to kind of have to push it out. It helped you, Lisa? Oh, good. Hi, Kathy. You sure did. You made it. Yay. I hope this 8 o'clock time. I took a poll, and this was the most voted for time, besides next in line was, I think it was 1 o'clock. Okay, so I'm gonna sew this just a little bit. I've clipped it. I'm gonna sew it just a little bit, and then I'm gonna grab my zipper and pull it down out of my way, because that kind of gets in your way as you sew it. So I'm gonna do that right now. And I'm sewing it at a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, I can feel there's my zipper. Come on. I can't find it. Just a second. It got pulled through. Okay, so I just pulled my zipper back down out of my way. That's all I did. All right. Do you ever pre-wash? No, I never pre-wash. Some people do, some people don't. I don't really think you do for bags, but if anybody has a different opinion, go for it. Just go slow around these curves. Make sure your zipper is kind of flat in there. I'm pushing it as I go. Hi Max, how's it going, bud? Tell your family I say hi. All right, so here's the test. Let's see how I did. That zipper wanted to give me problems. Sandy says you only need to pre-wash to minimize shrinkage. And since bags won't be washed, you don't need to worry about it. There you go. That's what I always figured. I've never really pre-washed my fabric either. This is a hard little thing to pull through, but you can do it. My hands are gonna hurt tonight. Hi, Crystal. Oh no, Caitlin, I have Tula pink ones too. Your cat fighting for the scissors? Well, you can buy a few of mine and then you won't have to anymore. Okay. Yeah. Let's see how we did here. All right, I think we did okay. All right, that's what we got so far. Look at that. All right, so I'm pretty sure, yep, we are going to top stitch now. We're going to just top stitch by the zipper. I'm good, Max. How are you, dude? So I'm just kind of pulling the material away from the zipper as I go along the top stitch. Pulling it with my fingers. Hi, Julie. Yeah, nails help with that, don't they? I need to go get mine redone. They're all breaking. I've been using them a lot. Okay. So there I top stitched. Okay. All right, next step. Do you really have to top stitch by the zipper? I would suggest it. It makes it look nicer and it pulls the material away from your zipper tape. So I would suggest it. Okay, so next we're doing card slots. My least favorite part. Let me make sure my iron's on. Okay. So this is a separate piece in the pattern. It's not a printed piece, so make sure you read the measurements for that in the notes. Okay. So first you want to measure 6 inches down. It's been a hot second since I've done this. All right. I'm going to get my bigger ruler. Okay. So we are going to measure 6 inches down from the top. And that's going to be your first folded line right there. Okay. So you're going to fold that over. And then you want to measure an inch down. And then you just keep measuring from there. I need to make this bigger so I can read these measurements. Okay. Okay. So from the top, you're going to do 4.5. Right there. And then just a 1/2 inch from that, you're going to do 5. Okay. So it's 2 lines right next to each other like that. And I'm measuring from the top of the card slot that I folded over at 6 inches down. So my next measurement is 8 5/8. Right there. And then a 1/2 inch from that again. And then 12 3/4. I have seen that, Carol. Yeah, I have seen that. I haven't done that yet. But I would think that would make good card slots. And then a 1/2 inch from that. And then your very last one is 16 3/4. Okay. And that's how you do these card slots. Yay, Linda. Hi. Okay, so I've got my first fold up here at 6 inches. I am going to take this line down here, that 4.5 inch or whatever, and I'm going to pinch that, and I'm bringing it up to that 1 inch line that we marked along the top. Kim, oh good, I'm so glad. And then, so from there, you have your next, now that we've pulled it up to that 1 inch line, that 1/2 inch line that we made, that's going to be our next guideline for where to pull this one up. It's kind of cool how she did it. I really like these card slots, make sense to me. I get her thinking on these. So I'm going to pinch this line here and bring it to that next line up there. Okay. Oh, Michelle, thank you. I love the hardware that I received. It was such amazing quality. I hope everybody loves it too. Waterproof canvas, Dalva. WPC, waterproof canvas, or OtterTex. If you look for it on fabric.com, it's called OtterTex waterproof canvas. That's what I usually use. And then your last one, oof, my card slots are thick. Okay. I am going to, so now my front is pretty much in line with that back piece that I folded. All of my slots are there. I'm going to iron this real quick, and then I'm going to top stitch all my card slots, okay? Sorry, my iron's just right here. Just a second. Let me iron these nice and good. All right. Okay, now I'm going to just top stitch all of my card slots, okay? And I just kind of fold them back as I go. Patricia. You think I didn't order enough scissors? Shoot. We'll see how it goes this first round. I also ordered rotary cutters, the kind that I like, with my brand on them. I'm excited to get those in too. I'm trying to carry more bag making sewing supplies. Okay, and then this one. Oh, 14. Yikes, Stephanie, that's a lot. Yeah, card slots. I love having card slots in my bags. I do not love making card slots, if that makes sense. But I love it when they are in my bags. If they could just magically appear in my bags, that'd be great. I would do that. All right, so here's what my card slots, I'm just kind of making sure they look even here. That one looked a little bit off. Those look good. Okay, so next I'm just gonna baste my card slots down so they don't move while I'm putting the rest together. So that, okay. Yeah, I like this method for the card slots too. I feel like it works pretty dang well. I try and go the same way up on both sides of my card slots. I feel like when I go up one side and down the other, they kind of shift, and you don't want that to happen. But when I go the same way down both, they go a little bit better. Yes, Shauna, pre-made card slots, rock on. That would be amazing. Okay, so you need your back piece to your card slots, and we are going to baste that onto there. Pre-made card slots. Shoot, I would totally buy that. There's a business for someone. Okay, so I'm just going to baste that on first. Yeah, making these shorter would reduce the bulk. So if you didn't want to go all the way down to the end here, you would move it just a ½ inch up, just cut it a ½ inch short. But you would have to do the no raw edges probably. So, or you can make it with waterproof canvas and not have to worry about that. Okay. Hi, Samantha. You're not late. You're good. So you're going to take these side panels and you're going to sew those on. And I think those are just sewn at a 1/4 inch. Yeah, 1/4 inch seam allowance for these side pieces. Okay. And then the other side. Okay, flip it over and sew that on. And then you want to flip them over and top stitch. All right, so after you have this piece done, I need to go get, just a second. Let me go get the pattern piece that I need for it. Where'd it go? Sorry guys, my room's a mess. There it is. Okay. So you just need to, there's a template for this, and you just need to cut it out in the shape of the template. They're all sold, huh? Okay. All right, I'm just marking my center. And I'm gonna stick that on top and bottom and just cut around it. I need my, oh my goodness, sorry guys, I keep having to get up. My rotary tool, okay. So I got my top and my bottom here, and you're just gonna cut around that. And this is the rotary blade I'm gonna be selling too. I really like it. Although I need to stand up to do this. You can trace this out and use scissors. I promise I'm not gonna slice my fingers off, guys. I know people are always worried about that. Haven't done it yet. Okay. Here we go. I don't blame you, Stephanie. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Saskia? I love the Magdalena. Okay, so that's the shape that you end up with. Hi, Sandra. Kathy, you also need a rainbow pair. You got it. All right, so next we want to get this back out, and we want this piece, okay? Oh gosh, Cindy, I haven't sewn my finger either, knock on wood. That sounds super, super painful. All right, I'm just clipping my centers there. So you want to take this piece, and this is what we're going to sew onto it, okay? Hi, Janet. So we're going to flip it up like this because it's going to be clipped right sides together, and I'm going to match my centers right here first, and then my edges, and then I'll come in. Cindy, you'd love to see me make another Magdalena? I could do that on a live. All right, and then I go down to the bottom, and you come up. Yes, I am selling the rotary tool. I'm hopefully selling Choco pins, and I'm trying to find my favorite sewing pin that I like. That is the goal. I'm trying to find everything so I can have all the supplies available for you guys that you need in one place. That's my goal. It's going to take me a while to get there though, so be patient with me. What interfacing did I use? I used Woven Fuse 2 on this, and it's my material is a cotton canvas. And I feel like that does the job pretty well. This one goes in a little smoother than your front part, I feel like. Hi, Lisa from Ohio. There's a couple Lisas on here. Lisa, Lisa, Lisa. Oh. Okay, so that's what we have there. All right. Just a minute. I want to make sure I'm doing everything right. Okay, so we are going to sew this on with the slip pocket facing up. I'm folding under the other material and we're going to go around. You sew this at a full 1/4 inch seam allowance. We're not base stitching this. This is a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay. You know what, guys? I'm going to move you around to the other side because I feel like it's a better angle of me sewing. Okay. There, you can see my machine a little bit better. Let's do that. You can see me make my mistakes a little bit better. Hopefully that works. And just go slow. Make sure you're getting it all on there smoothly. Watch, I say that and I have some kind of weird bump. Happens to the best of us. Happy accidents. I've made a few of those today already. All right, moving my zipper a little bit out of the way there. I'm sewing the rest of the way down. Okay. All right. So this is what we have. And that's the front now. Next we want to take our card slot piece that we just finished. Okay. So this piece right here, I already clipped my center down here and we're going to clip it on the bottom of this. So it's face down, it's closed in the zipper here, and we're going to clip it all the way around. Oh, Susan, I do love the sound of my machine. My son probably hates it though because he's in the room right next door. And I sew late at night. He probably hates the sound of my machine. Okay. And then I'm going to clip at the top here because I have my centers clipped up here, right? Oh, thank you, Linda. That's super sweet. I don't know why. You don't need this bottom. See, I just did that wrong. You don't need to sew that bottom on yet. We're just clipping around the sides. But that held it in place for a minute, I guess. Okay. Nicole, you didn't miss most of it. We still got a ways to go. Aw, thank you, Linda. All right. Now, this has like a little bit of a weird shape right here, so just take your time clipping that all in. I use a ton of clips on this part. Aw, thanks, Stephanie. You guys are sweet. I'm glad you guys feel that way, because these lives, I get so nervous doing these lives, guys. Oh. All right. There we go. I wish I could have a camera and see you guys too, and you could talk back to me. That would be fabulous. Your husband says you use too many clips. Tell him you can never use too many clips. That's bull crap. I use a ton of clips all the time. Okay. All right, so that's what we have here. Now this time we're gonna sew this way, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yes, we are gonna sew this way. At least I am. Okay, and the thing you wanna do is you wanna stay right within this seam allowance. If you go too much farther out, that's too far, because this is your 1/4 inch seam allowance already, okay? So I think, sorry, just a minute. Does she say? Yeah, you sew it at that 1/4 inch seam allowance again on that first row of stitching that you just did, okay? So that's why you flip it up this way as well, because then you can kind of have a guideline of where you need to stitch. All right, which is kind of nice. Make sure my zipper's not in my way. Oh shoot, I pulled it out. That's what she said. All right. Yeah, somebody, the zipper's not really challenging. It's just time consuming. I mean, you can do it. You just have to go slow. That's all. And use your clips. Oh, thanks, Peggy. Somebody did mention doing a Zoom. I don't know about that. In my experiences with the Zoom, sorry. You know what I'm doing? I'm going to unzip this zipper. Maybe. I'm gonna unzip my zipper and pull it down. It kind of gets it out of the way for you. See how much easier that lays down after I did that? I would suggest doing that. Somebody had mentioned Zoom. My experiences with Zoom have been so frustrating. I don't know if I want to attempt that, but maybe that's just me. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Carissa, did you get my joke? All right. Okay. And now we want to top stitch that, okay? So when we top stitch, okay, let me show you what I just did. So there's our back. So we have a full pocket now. It's sewn on there. Make sure you caught it all the way around. It looks good. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to top stitch along this outer side, okay? So I'm going to put this under my machine and I'm going to pull this lining out this way, and my seam allowance is going out towards my sides. Michael Scott, I love Michael Scott, he's my favorite. I channel Michael Scott on a regular. Oh gosh. All right, so I just kind of pull it as I go and flatten it, okay? What's cool is once you do this outside pocket, your lining, there's not much to it. You just sew the sides together in the bottom, and then you just have to do the bottom on this. So I know this front zipper pocket seems like crazy, but it's really all there is to this bag besides the bottom of it. So, I mean, it's not, I don't think it's as crazy as a lot of bags out there. Yeah, the 2 pulls, I would do that. All right, so here's my front. Yay! Super cool. Let's go on. I'm just trying to follow the pattern here. Let's go on to our, so you want to close this up now, okay? And we're gonna sew that together at a 3/8 seam allowance, okay? Are there any patterns I've had issues with? I mean, not off the top of my head. I can't think of any patterns that I've had issues with at the moment. Yes, Dalva, I did a tutorial on this. It's a couple videos back. So if you are confused about that, go check that out, okay? So now I've got a big old long tube. I am gonna do some snips. Oh, you know what? I forgot to sew this up too. I'm gonna sew my bottom pocket area up real quick, so it's not all open. Yeah, it looks confusing when you're watching it done, but when you're doing it, the zipper part, it makes sense. It really does. Like, you'll be like, oh, okay, I get that. Agreed, Patsy. Okay, so I am just going to do some clips here to help with my bottom. Okay, and also we want to clip, I'm gonna do a little triangle clip right here, or a little different kind of snip right there, so I know that that is my center marks on it. So those are just a little bit different, and I can tell where those are at, and I know that center mark. Okay, I'm gonna get my stapler out. Okay, make sure we need some more staples in there. I'm gonna show you how to do this stapling thing. Or at least how I do it, okay? And this is just a cheap little stapler from Walmart. That's all that is. Okay. So I have my bottom here, and I am going to clip my centers on that. I forgot to do that. And for my bottom pieces, I put a layer of Decaville Light out of my seam allowances, and I sewed around it. I'll show you. I did that on the outside piece and the inside piece. Yes, Janet, we did get snow earlier this week on Monday, Sunday and Monday. We even had a snow day. And now it's like all melted and 60 degrees again, and that's Colorado weather. That's how we do it. All right, I'm just gonna start stapling here. So I'm gonna match up my centers first on the 4 corners. Do your 4 corners. See that tiny little staple there? Getting this started is a little difficult and it looks a little crazy, but I'm telling you what, the stapling makes all the difference on this bottom piece. I'm just doing my 4 corners first. All right, so after you have all of those pieces stapled, you can kind of fit the rest of it in. I am going to clip some of it while I staple. See what I'm doing? Cindy, am I happy I went with my own website over Etsy? Yes, I am. I'm having issues with Shopify right now. They haven't given me my money. That's my only issue I'm having. And they have, guys, how annoying is it when you have an issue and there's no phone number and all you can do is chat with somebody on a chat? My bank account information won't go through and they won't pay me the money that's in the website from my hardware. And I can't actually talk to a person about it. I've been dealing with it for over a week and a half. But overall, I love my website. It does work fabulously for what I need it if I can just get my money from it. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Okay, only one more little side here. And trust me, guys, I have done this where you just, sorry, sometimes my stapler is a pain in the butt. I have done it just clipping and basting first and then sewing at the 3/8. I have done it with just clipping and sewing at the 3/8. And then I stapled and I'm like, oh. So I'm telling you from experience, do you see that? Stapling. Do it. It's the way to go. Patsy, my nephew cannot, he's got a full-time job and it has to be the person who is on the website account and all I can do is chat with them. And they keep saying they're gonna take it up to the uppity ups and, you know, put their team on it, and I have yet to hear back from them. So it's awesome. I need to remark my line. All right, stapling for the win. Yep. I just need to remark my 3/8 line real quick. Okay. It is not too small, but Leslie, you do have to be careful. Just keep it on the edges because I am going to go in and pull them all out. So, yeah. All right. Now, this is not going to be perfect, and that is okay. But I will try my best. There we go. Here we go. Just go slow. And remember, I don't know if you were here at the beginning, I did cut like maybe an eighth of an inch off of my circle as well at the beginning, off of my bottom piece. I've actually never made it with the waterproof canvas as the outside bottom. So hopefully this works. All right. So I've got that all sewn on. It looks okay. Now this is a pain in the butt and I have to pull all these staples out, so just bear with me. S. Smith, can this be made on a regular machine? Yes, for sure. My trash is really full. Sorry, guys. You just need to keep the bulk out of this bottom seam, like I was explaining. I'm just pulling the staples out because this circle is too small to cut the excess fabric out around it. I'm afraid it would give it not enough. So I do pull them out, okay? And it's super important that you pull all of them out because you don't want these staples ripping your bag in any way, okay? I hope it'll be beautiful. Thank you. Guys, look how cool my shirt is. All right. Sorry. Getting distracted. Me and my 3 friends are going to be the Golden Girls for Halloween. And I'm super excited to take pictures of us. It's going to be hilarious. Now for my lining, I don't staple because my lining can be a little messy. Well, not a little messy, but I don't care as much on my lining. And 2 more. I'm going to be Rose. I found the awesomest dress at Goodwill yesterday. All right, 1 more staple, come on. It doesn't want to leave. There we go, okay. Whew, there we go. I am gonna trim it just a tiny bit, not a ton. Get a little bit of that bulk out of there. All right, so that's what we got. Let's pull it out and see how it looks. And let's see if all of my seams look all right, and we can move on. I'm getting close. All right. Yeah, looks good. Okay. So, like I said, it's not perfect. But it looks great, right? Look at that. Okay, so that's our outside. And we're gonna do our lining real quick. What's my time on this right now? How long have I been on? Okay. So we're gonna get our lining piece. I will try and hurry and finish this up, guys. Okay. Here we go. Lining piece, wrong sides together. And we need to leave an opening in here. And we're gonna do a 3/8 inch seam allowance, and we're gonna start about right there, and then I'm gonna pull it down to about right there. And that's it. Okay. And then we gotta do our base circle, which will be faster because I'm not gonna staple it. Put my centers on here. Oh, hi Andrea, you just saw. I don't know why it doesn't give people notifications. I'm just clipping my centers real quick, guys. Okay, and then get your other bottom piece here. Can this be saved? You mean this video? Are you talking to me, Kathy? This video will be saved, but I also did an actual tutorial on this bag as well. Okay. Yep, I do. Oh, my husband just hopped on. Everybody say hi to Daniel. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I just didn't like how it moved, you know? So I thought sometimes it doesn't fully stick. So I thought if I sewed it on, it might be a little bit better. All right. Like I said, I'm just gonna clip my bottom on. I'm not going to staple for my lining. It's easier to manipulate and move my lining. He's upstairs with kiddos, I'm sure. Are they in bed? I don't know. Love it when you squeeze the clips and they flip out of your hand all over the room. I step on so many clips constantly. See how the lining just kind of fits a little bit better, I think, because it doesn't have so many layers to it. It's just a single layer with a single layer. So it's not as hard to clip in. So on this bag, the bottom or the outside bottom piece is really the trickiest piece, I think. Oh my gosh, my butterfingers. Oh shoot. Yes, Carol, I did trim a little bit off of this bottom as well. And when I say a little bit, I mean hardly anything, like maybe an 1/8 of an inch. Like I just shaved a little bit off of it. I think it's just a tiny bit too big, and it just At least for me. It fits a little bit better for me. Why don't you ever get to see Daniel? Daniel, you can come down here and say hi. Okay. So there's the bottom. Okay, it just goes on nicer. All right. So here we go. And this is just at a 3/8 inch seam allowance as well. You can just manipulate this liner better and move it easier than the exterior too. You can sew it either way too. You could sew it with the base facing down or the base facing up. It doesn't matter. Whatever is easier for you, do it. Oh, there's my husband, y'all.
Hi. Thanks for supporting my wife. I appreciate it.
All right, everybody's seen him. The myth, the man, the legend. Okay. Yes, I will do my D-ring holders. He's an actual real person, guys. How about that? All right. All right, so I am going to just, see, there's my bottom. Not my actual bottom. I won't show you that. I'm just going to trim this down a tiny bit. And then, guys, we're actually almost done. See, all the hard stuff was at the beginning. And then the end is super easy. Okay. So, I need my D-ring connectors, which I'm using the ones off of my website. Oops. I need to get 2 matching ones. These are the ones off my website. Let me get 2 of them. They're super pretty. I like them a lot. Aren't those pretty? Okay, and I think I cut this too big, so let me recut this. I'm gonna do an inch wide D-ring. So all right, let's sew this up real quick and attach my D-rings. Good night, Sin. All right. So I'm just doing my D-ring connectors real quick. I promise we're almost done. I rarely want to go over an hour and a half, so I think, what am I at? Oof, I'm getting close. Getting close, guys. All right, let me make sure I didn't miss any steps. Nope, we're good. All right, so I'm going to cut this in half. Okay. And these are my D-rings. I'm just going to close them up. And then we'll put them on the exterior part of our bag, and then we'll sew the whole thing together. Yay! Just like that. Yes, my husband does speak Spanish, you guys. Oh, Patsy, you like watching my dance videos? That is what I do for exercise. I dance. It makes me happy. All right, so you want to put this on and leave about a 1/2 inch overhang. Center it up as best you can here. You can mark your centers if you really want to. I'm just eyeballing it, okay? And sew those on real quick. Okay, I just basted that. And do your other side. Thank you, Cindy. He is a cutie pie. I agree. He's a good, supportive husband. With all of my crazy, crazy ideas I'm constantly having. That's not true, Daniel. My husband is a runner. He likes to run 1,000,000 miles a day. And I like to dance. So there you go. All right, so we have those on. So let's go ahead and put these two things together. So we want to turn this back out. Hi, Nately. Am I supposed to say hi, Nately? Hi, Nately. Oh my gosh. My hands are dying, guys. My hands are slowly dying. All right, there we go. So you want your lining right side out, because you always want to do right sides together. Yay, bye Cheryl. Thanks for watching. Okay. So this is it, guys. This is the last step. We're just going to sew these two together. All right. Put your lining inside. And then start clipping around the top, and then we'll sew it all up. You've seen some people say they use Deck of the Light on the front zipper part. Yeah, I suppose you could, as long as you can turn it and everything and keep it out of your seam allowances for sure with that bottom oval part, then yeah. I don't know if it needs the Deck of the Light. I think it's just preference. I have used vinyl and leather for that front pocket piece, and it works out good, so I would think that would be kind of similar. Go for it. Peggy, what are you talking about? I must have missed something. I'm just clipping it along the top. I had somebody comment on one of my videos on the comments that I don't seem to answer anybody's questions, which baffled me because I try and answer everybody's questions that they have, which is crazy. So if I haven't answered a question for you, please let me know. I try as hard as I can. I don't know what's being said in French, but okay, Daniel. Thank you, Patsy. Oh, I try not to let it get me down. All right, that's what we're doing. Let's go ahead and sew around that. And I think after that, we're good to go. No, so if you call Stephanie, if you call that number for Shopify, it'll tell you it's no longer a phone number for Shopify and that you have to either email or chat. I've tried. So frustrating. Thank you, Cindy. Yeah, you think I need more clips? Telling you, clip it good. Have that sticker. That's what it says. And I am just doing a 1/4 inch seam allowance because I feel like if I do more than that, my D-ring gets in the way. Oh, Carissa. Yeah. You know a little bit about that too, huh? Oh, Peggy, that's weird. I don't know why that happened. I'm glad you're still here. Thanks for not unsubscribing. I guess I could have sewn from the inside out too. Whatever. Chris, I will, it's called the H2O To Go Sling, and it's by LindsHandmade, and she sells it on Etsy. So you can find it on Etsy, and I will, after this video is done, I'll try and hurry and go put it in the description of the video, so it'll be below. But if you just go on and search H2O To Go Sling pattern, it should pop up on Etsy. All right. Oh, okay. Get my nasty trash can again. All my trash cans need taken out on my to-do list. Oh, thank you, Daniel. Okay, so first I am going to trim just these little corners, but I'm not trimming this because when I turn it through, I'm going to stick a rivet through that right there to give it a little extra support. So don't trim that part down. I'm just trimming these like little curved corners here. And then I'm going to take my pinking shears along my curve here. Okay. I don't think this part is in the instructions, but man, these things work great. Just be careful as I cut through my seam. No, I didn't. They work so good on your curves on your bags. If you ever have curves, take a pair of these to it instead of trimming your seam allowance down, and it helps a ton with it laying nice. Yeah. My husband is an actuary, y'all. Okay. Ta-da! All right, so let's turn this through. Yay! Math is not fun. I don't agree with that statement. I do not. All right, so you're gonna reach through the hole and pull this through. You math people are weird. Oh, right? Oh my goodness. Ta-da! I never did well in math. I am not a good read by the book and study type of person. I'm a hands-on learner, which totally makes sense now. All right, just poke that all through, and we are just going to sew up the hole in the lining, and then I'll push it all through and we'll be done. I won't sew up top stitch or anything right now, but I am going to get my corners poked out before I sew up that hole with this little thing here that I like to use. I know, Cindy, I'm gonna have to take some ibuprofen tonight and put on some of like that Arnicare gel on my hands. They hurt too. Just poke your corners out really good there. Oh, thank you, Kim. I kind of love it too. It was a nice change. I needed something. It was either chop it all off or color it. So there you go. All right, sorry, this part's boring. I'm just poking out these corners. And we are going to sew up the seam in our bag. And then I'll push it all through and we'll look at it. I am not going to sew the strap tonight on here because of time. But it's just a strap. And I like to do a 1.5 inch wide strap for this bag. So that's what I'll be doing. Hi, Brittany. Oh, putting those babies to bed, that's always a good thing. Oh, thank you. Glad you could join us. All right. Here we go. Sorry, I'm just reading. I use a hairdryer. Oh, Peggy, a hairdryer. I haven't heard of that. That's interesting. That would totally make sense. Maybe I'll try that next time. Yeah, this waterproof canvas, it's fabulous, but man, sometimes it can be a beast to pull through. All right, guys, let's see what we got. Oh my goodness, 15 months apart, Brittany. You have your hands full. Okay, here we go. We did it, guys. We did it in one sitting. I just have to make the strap and I have to top stitch. You're welcome, Leslie. Thanks for joining me, guys. You guys are so awesome. Thanks for joining and subscribing and watching and supporting. I really appreciate it. I hope this has been helpful. Hopefully I answered some questions. Keep your eye out on my website. I have 120 spools of thread coming. Some of it's rainbow, some of it's plain. And scissors and more hardware. It's gonna be so awesome. Oh, 12:30, Patsy, I'm so sorry. I promised to do a couple of different times for these lives. Okay, here is our end product. All I have to do is top stitch, and then I'm going to put a rivet on each, it's time for bed, on each side of my connectors, and then I'm gonna make the strap. That's it, yay! Okay. All right, well, everybody go to bed. And thank you so much for joining me. And I'll come back next week, maybe, with something fun. And you guys are awesome. Good night. Thank you, guys.